store it, which is the reverse of like if someone had actually requested a book, it'll go in the exact opposite procedure way. So every book has its own barcode, and the barcode is associated with a bin. Now, we do still use the Library of Congress call numbering system, but back here it's just stored on how tall the book is. So what it's going to do is it's going to find the bin that we've set the parameters for this book, and it's going to find the closest one to us and bring it to me so I can put it in there. So what it'll do is it'll actually speed up the time for us to bring books out to people, because as they're used more, they'll filter up towards the front of the robot.
So each book doesn't have an assigned bin?
Nope, it's all random. So it's very unlikely that the book will land in the same bin twice.
Can you say again how you determine the bin that it goes in? You said it's random. You said how tall it is?
It's how tall it is. Yeah, so we have bins in here that are 10 inches, 12 inches, 14, and 18 inches high. And when we put them all in, we told the robot that this book is 10 inches or 12 inches or 14 inches. So when I scan the barcode, it automatically says, oh, that book, I remember that book, it's 12 inches tall. And so it goes and gets the bin that's associated with that.
But when it comes back out, you get a whole bin. Do you have to look through every book in the bin to find
Well,
it?
what will happen is it will tell me on this screen here, it'll tell me there's room in this section.
Okay.
So I only have to look through the books in this one particular section. So it's telling me that this book can fit in here. So all I have to do is tell it that it's in there. But if someone was requesting a book, it would be the exact opposite, where it would say, hey, in this section is all this information right here is the book you're looking for. So all I know is that, oh yeah, okay, this call number, this ID number, this title, author, that's what I'm looking for. And then I pull out these like 10 or 12 books, and then I go through them and get it that way. So it's pretty cool.
So when you reshelve it in there, then that is held in the database, so next time you go looking for it, it knows exactly which bin it's in?
Mm-hmm. The easiest way that I've been able to describe this for most people is that's like a jukebox. So you go to the jukebox and you say, hey, I want to play song B13. You put your quarter in, you push B13, and it goes and grabs that record, brings it down, well, I guess CDs now, brings the CD down, and it throws that track on, and it knows exactly where song B13 is on that particular album. It's the same concept here. So it knows that this book is in this section, in this bin, and that bin is stored in the map here. It's like a jukebox.
But wouldn't it be nice if it pulled the individual book?
Then I wouldn't have a job.
So how many years did it take to program every book and all the information? How many years did people work on the shelving,
We started putting the books into this robot last July.
Okay.
And we finished just recently with the last...
Well, we finished actually the majority, which was about 1.2 million items, was done in 4 months.
Wow.
And
How many people?
4 months.
We had like 75 people on
We have people that work shifts.
shifts.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and there's
Like
another...
24-hour shifts?
I
I have images of slave labor down
No, it was like 9 to 5. But right below us is a station that looks just like this. So there's a total of 16 stations that are able to be used at one point in time. So, when we were putting the books in, for the most part, all those stations were being used for, getting it in fast. So, which I think we did a pretty good job.
Did you load a whole bin, or were you doing each individual book? Or you had to do
You would get empty bins, and you would fill the bin
all the
up.
books
and
at the
then-
same time?
Yeah, so leading up to it, there was a process where people went around with little markers, and they put a ruler next to a book, and then put a dot next to it, and a ruler dot, So we knew when the books came that if it was a blue book, it was 14 inches. If it was an orange book, it was 12 inches. If it was a green book, it was 10 inches. So, yeah.
Where are there other libraries with similar bot systems?
There are about 19.
Yeah.
Georgia has one.
Yeah, University of Chicago,
Chicago.
University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
And This is the one up in British Columbia.
Yeah, University of British Columbia in Vancouver. There's University in Australia, I think, in Sydney that has one too. So.
Yeah. So there.
I want to go.
Yeah, and it's also used in like manufacturing. Like Lego uses this technology. They sort their bricks. So like 6-peg bricks that are yellow go in a bin. It's the same.
What is your background?
I just work as a library technician here. I'm not a librarian. I'm just a helper bee.
It's a really awesome helper bee job.
Yeah, I love it. I think this is great.
Cool. So you
It's
said
pretty cool.
that it pulled that bin based on knowing how tall the book was. What about thickness? Does the bin ever
doesn't.
come up and it says that bin's big enough, but because that was a pretty thin book, does that happen?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you just in that case you just send it back and say, hey, bring me another one. So you can eventually get it all in there. So does anybody want to take any pictures or videos while I send it back? 'Cause I'll wait for cameras to come out so I can send it back for you guys. If you want.
Go ahead.
Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. My favorite part is when all four are going at the same time. We dance together.